There's been a delay in jury selection in the striking trial of Sean Diddy Combs. The judge postponing the last phase of the process until Monday.
He sent somebody through somebody else to try to get in contact with me, telling me enough is enough.
So literally just leaving federal courthouse. Lots happened today. The big thing is there is still no jury.
Witnesses are vanishing and jurors are backing out as Diddy's trial faces another delay. Allegations are surfacing that Diddy is intimidating witnesses and preparing to sue his former bodyguard for speaking out against him. Cassie is expected to testify against him this week, and new reports suggest she may require witness protection. Meanwhile, questions are swirling about the sudden disappearance of witness number 3 and why some jurors are reportedly too afraid to speak out. Let's break it all down.
The selection of a jury in the Sean Diddy Combs case almost complete. Prosecutors are preparing for opening arguments on Monday, but they admit there's a snag. One of their key witnesses against the rapper appears to have gone missing. This comes as we learn that Combs' ex-girlfriend, who was seen on video being assaulted by the rapper, is pregnant. Here's Les Trent.
Is a key witness in the Sean Diddy Combs trial backing out? Victim number 3, as she's called, was set to testify against the music mogul. The name of victim number 3 was going to be revealed when she took the stand, but the woman has apparently gone missing, and prosecutors say they've been unable to reach her.
People just get nervous, and this person could just be nervous and just has had second thoughts.
If the prosecutor can't find this witness, how might it affect the case?
Look, I don't think it's going to have a tremendous effect. The prosecution is going to call a number of alleged victims. So look, this is just one less.
Someone else is also getting cold feet. A juror sent an email to the judge asking to be removed from the panel for issues of personal well-being.
Prosecutors have just revealed that victim 3 is missing, and there are growing reports suggesting Diddy may be connected to their alleged disappearance. Diddy has a known pattern of targeting those who speak out against him, and it's worth noting that he reportedly made repeated attempts to contact and intimidate witnesses even while behind bars.
Well, I mean, on the surface, if the prosecutor's claims are true, this seems like pretty much textbook witness tampering, right? I mean, it appears to be an effort to either, in some cases, intimidate witnesses from testifying against him, or there have been other reports of sort of inducing people to make statements in his defense. There was some allegation that in one instance this was a statement that he, in essence, dictated or drafted with a woman who made a statement that was attempting to rebut one of the accusers, I believe, in a civil case against him. I mean, witness tampering is bad. The things that Sean Combs is accused of are terrible. He pleads his innocence. The justice system will presumably work its way through it.
It is likely that there is some underlying truth to at least some of the allegations. There might be a lot of underlying truth to a lot of the allegations. There's probably some bandwagoning going on. We spoke to an attorney who's for one of the victims, alleged victims of Diddy a few weeks ago. I believe Amber Nomiki and I did. And they said they had calls, they had information, they had people, hundreds of them, come forward. They're not going to represent all of them. They're, which ones have evidence that can be compelling, what are the best cases to bring that. I also saw a story in the New York Post, this is from a week ago, about Diddy stuff that I wanted to read the headline of. Woman claims she saw minors dressed as Harajuku Barbies at Sean Diddy Combs' FreakOFF party that he was describing there to Conan some years ago. Said these were sex-fueled parties with what she initially thought were little people dressed as Japanese Barbies. And she said, this is her talking to TMZ, are those midgets? And she actually thinks they were kids dressed up and sexy.
Oh, good.
So again, that's just from someone who provided this information to TMZ for a documentary, but pretty disgusting.
It is. No, that's...
Call records from the Metropolitan Detention Center, where Diddy is currently being held, reveal that he attempted to bribe and intimidate witnesses. In one case, he allegedly called a victim over 200 times in an effort to pressure and pay them off. Diddy reportedly used a tactic where he would first call a family member, then have them add a witness or victim to the call, making it harder to trace who he was really speaking to. Additionally, his former bodyguard, Gene Deal, received a direct message from Diddy, warning him to stop speaking out and saying, "Enough is enough."
And you right about Diddy phone being tough, because news came out that his former bandmate from Dirty Money, she called the other group member Gunn 58 times trying to get her to stop the lawsuit against Diddy.
She ain't the only one he was trying to get in contact with. You understand? He sent somebody through somebody else to try to get in contact with me, telling me enough is enough. Oh, okay. You tell Big Mama that enough is enough. You can't tell Wolf Mama enough is enough. You tell D Ferg Mama enough is enough. You understand? You tell all those people who supported you and they survivors enough is enough.
You didn't tell me about this. So he tried to get somebody to reach out to you?
Now I got a phone call from Kirk Burroughs. And Kirk Burroughs, and I ain't gonna give this guy no play. Not Kirk Burroughs, but one of the pup dudes that I know that's real close to him said, Kirk told me, he want to reach out to you, Gene. He want to speak to you. I said, speak to me for what? What do you want to speak to me for? If he's trying to speak to me, it's for Puff. Point blank. I know the dude. I know how close he is to Puff. He's been with Puff from day one. So he ain't got nothing to say to me, bro. But Kirk Burroughs did say to me that the dude said enough is enough. When do it becomes enough? This is relayed to me by Kirk Burroughs. This guy is like this with Diddy. You seen him on Drink Champs with him. You see him walking streets in Miami with him. The whole 9 yards. So I'm saying to him, what does he want to talk to me for? He ain't got enough to say. He ain't got nothing to say to me. He said, yo, Gene, he said enough is enough. You know what I'm saying? Enough is enough to what? And I told Kirk Burroughs, yo, if he want, I said, he don't want to talk to me for himself. He want to talk to me for Diddy. And I ain't got nothing to say to him. He ain't said enough is enough to Wolf Mama. When he cursed her out and told her all kinds of shit. Did he say enough is enough to Big's mother? What do you mean enough is enough? And that's how that conversation went.
How did you feel about it after you were done?
I felt that, like, because they must have got at Kirk Burroughs. Because Kirk called me with the bullshit. Well, you got to fix that. You know this, man. God, excuse me. Listen here, bro. I don't care nothing about none of these industry cats and what they do and how they do it. That's their business. You understand? I don't tell a man how to screw his wife and how to spend his money. You don't tell me what I got to do with my time. Point blank.
Do you feel like at some point Diddy could try to come after you or do something, you know, being that he's went after a lot of people, you know? He's did a lot of stuff, as you know about.
Cam, let me tell you something, man. If I worried about what somebody would do for me, I wouldn't be the man that I am.
Gene Deal witnessed Diddy's abusive behavior firsthand, but it wasn't until Diddy allegedly tried to drug Gene's girlfriend that he realized just how far things had gone. Gene attempted to intervene and stop him, but Diddy showed no concern and continued down a dark path, ignoring all warnings.
A couple parties I seen that I knew that they were spiking drinks. My girl was at the New Year's party, right? I'm at the front door. I got to make sure everybody got their passes and everything like that. So then my girl and her girlfriend is in the party. So they get bottles of champagne. You know what I'm saying? And I'm looking for them. After everybody comes, they close the door. So I'm going knocking in doors, looking at people. I'm looking for my kid's mother now. What's going on? And I'm getting hysterical. So I decided to go to the car, and I looked in the car. She was in the car asleep. She said, Gene, you start drinking champagne, and I didn't feel good. And me and Debbie came here and went to sleep. And my whole thing about it is that Puff wasn't right what he did to people around us, man. He wasn't right what he did to people around us. Him being hard-headed, not listening, and not telling the truth and constantly lying cost a lot of people their lives, man. It cost a lot of people their lives. I want him to understand. When I told him, if we don't do something to these doors, people gonna die tonight. And forget, and I want to say F what other people say. Everybody know I told him that. Our whole crew know I told him that. From Slick to Nord, Bunny, Big Boy, Eddie, all the people that was with us that night. Know I told him that. 9 people end up dead.
Gene Deal was the only member of Diddy's team who never signed a non-disclosure agreement, which is why he's able to speak openly about what went on behind the scenes. Diddy reportedly required everyone involved in his infamous FreakOFF parties to sign NDAs to prevent them from ever speaking out. Allegations have also surfaced that women working for Diddy and Bad Boy Entertainment were being exploited and trafficked to executives at other record labels.
Right, and I know you ain't signing. I know you ain't signing NDA, clearly. But did Diddy make his artists sign NDAs and people that work for him?
Well, a lot of these rappers, a lot of these industry people, anybody who does business nowadays with the internet, they have NDAs, non-disclosure. That means that if you work for them, you around them, you can't disclose any of the information about them. It's the same thing that he gave to all his artists when he gave them their publishing back. I'm going to give y'all publishing, but y'all can't talk about Janice Combs, Justin Combs, Sony, Bad Boy, or anything that happened. Y'all can't talk about none of that. But there's some artists that didn't say anything, that didn't sign it, and they able to talk about anything they want to.
Diddy is reportedly growing increasingly anxious about the possibility of ending up behind bars, with jury selection nearly complete and the case closing in on him. Realizing he may not be able to escape the consequences, he has allegedly resorted to intimidation and violence. Sources suggest that even bigger names are entangled in this case, and if Diddy falls, others could go down with him. Interestingly, jurors were given a list of high-profile celebrities who weren't even named in the original lawsuit, raising serious questions about what prosecutors might reveal as the trial unfolds.
The candidates are being asked about their own connections to or impressions of an array of celebrities. And with no explanation why, at least not yet. The Parlor Games have begun, my friends. Everybody is trying to connect the dots between the shiny, famous names and the beleaguered rap star Diddy and the charges. Just today, the name Robert Downey Jr. came up in court when a prospective juror said that he knew a Robert Downey in high school. He was kind of funny. But Robert Downey, the actor, and Diddy apparently do know each other and have been seen together in public. But Robert Downey Jr. reportedly never attended Diddy's parties. So if he does figure into this trial somehow, it's going to be a lot of news to a lot of us. Mike Myers, another favorite Canadian, favorite actor, favorite comedian. He is on the jury question list as well. And that, too, is a tongue-wagging mystery.
Here's why Michael B. Jordan, Kanye West, and other celebrities were name-dropped during Sean Diddy Combs' trial. As jury selection began on May 5th in New York for the music mogul's sex trafficking case, NBC News reported that potential jurors were shown a list of over 100 names of individuals and places that could be mentioned during the trial. The list included celebrities like actors Michael B. Jordan and Mike Myers, as well as rapper Kanye West. While none of these stars are implicated in the case, jurors were asked if they recognized any names and whether that could affect their ability to remain impartial. Attorneys did not provide an explanation for why these names were included. Also on the list were several women who have taken legal action against Combs, including his ex-girlfriend Cassie Ventura, whose November 2023 sexual abuse lawsuit was settled just one day after being filed, and Danity Kane Alamdawn Richard, who filed a sexual assault lawsuit in September. Combs has denied all allegations in both cases.
Big breaking news tonight. For the first time in the history of New York City, a sitting mayor has been indicted for crimes. ABC News reporting that Mayor Eric Adams has been indicted by a federal grand jury. We do not know yet the exact charges. Federal authorities have been investigating Adams and members of his staff, issuing subpoenas for documents and cell phones. Several members of administration have resigned. Some of them also friends of Mayor Adams. Again, Eric Adams, the 110th mayor of New York, has been indicted by a federal grand jury. We'll have the latest online and tonight on Eyewitness News at 11.
This was a shock to many in the religious community. Bishop T.D. Jakes has been a spiritual advisor to presidents and a religious voice to thousands. Now he says it's time to pass the baton to a new generation.
This is a beautiful moment for me.